Hey, hi, good morning, everybody. Uh, Today is a very special day for me as I am going to interview a young man, 30 years old, and he's from China. He's from China. He lives in Hong Kong right now. He has been around. He has spent his graduate study, PhD in England, and then and he studied in Hong Kong for his undergrad, and now postdoc. So now his name is the challenge for me to say it. Youqian, Mr. Zhang, Youqian. Hey, good morning, Youqian. Good morning.
Good morning, Winston. It's
Hey,
really nice to talk to you.
well, thank you for spending time with me. I know that you've been very busy with your work in Hong Kong as a postdoc, and I know that you came from China, and the reason I interview you is uh, during the old days, my days, when I went to the United States to study, people like me tend to stay overseas after finishing school. In your case, you didn't do that. You are a new generation of Chinese, young Chinese. I want to explore what you go through, what's in your mind, why do you pursue what you have done. So let's start from the beginning. Tell me something about China, where you came from.
So I'm from Sichuan, a province in the southeast of China, and the city is Chengdu. That's where I grew up.
So you finished high school there?
Yes, I did my high school there. Yeah, and after that, I came to Hong Kong.
Okay. And which university did you attend in Hong Kong?
And I studied at the Hong Kong Polytechnic University.
And what area did you study?
So my major is in the electronic engineering.
So after finishing school in Hong Kong, now before we move on, why did you decide to study in Hong Kong coming from China?
Yeah, good question. So basically, actually, I could go to universities in mainland China, including Peking University and also Sichuan University, where I was the I used to plan to study medical science, but at that time I got a better choice to study in Hong Kong because of the education resources. That's very different. The system is very different from mainland China. And the second of all, the diversity. There are students from different countries, so I can get more cultural exposures to the world. So that's one of the main reasons why I choose Hong Kong as my further education.
Now, when you came to Hong Kong, what year was that?
So it was 2012.
2012 when you came to Hong Kong. Now, of course, now is the 2024, so 12 years later. Can, can you tell me at the time when you came to Hong Kong, do you know approximately how many Chinese students were in Hong Kong, studying undergrad versus the number today? Do you have a rough estimate? Is there a huge increase or decrease?
So regarding the undergraduate students from Sichuan province, there were only three, and I am one of them. And for the whole country, I mean, including other provinces, there are around 300. So because I was a member of the some student union, so I know the exact number. That's around 300. But now, my estimation for the undergraduate students, the number should be around 600 or 500, yeah, roughly. But if we talk about the master students and the PhD, that there will be more.
Okay, so
Yeah.
at least a doubling of undergrad study students from China study in Hong Kong. Is that right? From
Yes.
300 to 600. Now, tell me why did you decide to go to the United Kingdom to study the post, graduate study?
Yeah, so that's very interesting. Actually, I got some PhD offers from the universities in Hong Kong. But at that time, my supervisor told me if I got the opportunity to visit other countries, I should definitely went to there and to explore more. So at that time, I was not I didn't know the United Kingdom or some other countries very well. Then I believe that if I didn't do that at that time, perhaps in the future, I wouldn't have any chance. So at that time, I think I'm a kind of adventurer, so I just want to explore the world, to go to some places I'm not familiar with, especially the culture and also the food. They are totally different. So I decided to take the adventure, and then I choose UK. Yeah, but of course I got offers from the universities from Oxford, so then I went to there. Yeah.
So did you go to Oxford, right away, or did you go to another school before Oxford?
Oh yeah. So before my PhD, I spent a year in Imperial College London, where I continue to study electronic engineering.
And what is your PhD, area?
So during my PhD, I switched to the computer science. Uh, so I mainly focused on something about the security stuff, about the embedded systems.
Now, Oxford University, in terms of computer science, is it very highly ranked?
Yeah, it ranked at the top one or two in the world. Yes, it's very nice. And the some big companies like DeepMind, they are actually from Oxford. Yeah.
Very interesting. I learned something new today. I heard of DeepMind, but is it a part of Google now?
Yeah, I think it's part of Google.
Mhm. So, I assume that you must be interested in the newest AI technology, the Chat GPT. Can you tell me something about that technology?
So basically, regarding my research, we focused on the robustness of the AI. The AI, they are just based on some mathematical models or probabilistic models, and they give the decision regarding the numbers. So that means they can make mistakes, especially under some adversarial scenarios. So when I talk about adversarial scenarios, I'm referring to some of the bad guys or hackers or attackers. They try to um, deceive the AI systems so that they can have the capability or have the chance to manipulate these AI systems. Yeah, so you can say we have so many different AI systems deployed nowadays, including the surveillance cameras, smart speakers, and even in our mobile phones, we have the Siri or some Google, some or the acoustic assistant. So these AI systems, they are actually vulnerable to the adversarial attacks. So my job is to, or my interest is about to increase or to enhance the robustness against these different adversarial scenarios. Yeah.
So after you finish your PhD from Oxford in AI security, I assume, uh, you made the decision to come back to Hong Kong. Why? Why not, work in the UK, or why not return to China?
So first of all, when I stayed in the UK, what I observed is that the technology is really advanced. It's really advanced, everything. I mean, not only in computer science, but some biotechnical or biotechnologies and also the medicines. You say during the pandemic, they even developed the vaccination very quickly. I mean, for the COVID-19. So you can say their technologies are quite mature. And compared to the technologies in China, so I'm thinking about is that I learned something. I am one of the pioneers in the technology regarding the AI security and some of the robustness stuff. So I'm thinking about why not come back to my country to help to develop the technologies in this area. If there's nobody back to China, then perhaps the development will be kind of slow. I won't say I will push the technology in China very quickly, but I want to contribute myself into this process. So that's why I choose to come back to China. And regarding the places like the cities, there are many different choices: Hong Kong, Beijing, and Shanghai, and even Shenzhen. So one important reason I choose Hong Kong is that it's at the Great Bay Area. It is very close to Shenzhen, where the hardware technologies are quickly developed, like the Tencent, these companies, or some drone companies like DJI, and these companies are the pioneering AI companies in the world. So choosing Hong Kong, that will be, if we can make use of the resources in Hong Kong, especially some of the funding resources and also some policy benefits, then we can somehow combine the benefits from different aspects, and then that will make it more make it easier to create some new things.
You are working on something very advanced. As a matter of fact, I understand that you cannot talk about it. So I'm not going to ask you. But it is on AI's security, and there's very good chance, it can become a very successful product. Now, can you kind of talk about, in your university, when you get a patent and you can go out, or your professor can go out and establish a company. Is there something that you like to do?
Yes. So basically, my interest is in the commercializing some of the technologies. So yes, the answer is yes.
Now, your future. Where is your future? What is your future? Can you talk about it in terms of both in terms of technology and in terms of where you would go next, and also whether you have the desire to to start a company.
Yeah, yeah. This is a very, very good question about the career path and the future. So for myself, my primary goal is to make use of the technologies to benefit humankind. So that is my goal. So I want to deploy or apply these technologies to help to get rid of some inequalities in the society. So now what I'm choosing is to focus on some the human and computer interactions. Nowadays there are so many different AI systems. Well, they may be embodied in the robots. That means that robots, they are intelligent. But what is the proper way to interact with these AI systems? So that is very strict. For example, with children, the interaction will be very different because you need to limit some of the contents. And to interact with some the elderly, perhaps they are not good at express themselves, or they have some special needs. So the interactions will be kind of different. And I believe that we still need to we have many different technologies and they are ready to be used. But there are still some groups of the people, the society, they don't pay don't pay too much attention to them. So that's what I want to do, to apply some of my research and my technology and convert them to help these different types the people in the world.
Youqian, one thing I want to talk about, which I forgot. How did you get your name? Tell me something about something special about your name.
Yeah, so my name is Zhang Youqian. So uh, the word in the middle, it's like again another one. So my parents give them name. They want to have want me to be an artist like Zhang Daqian. So it means another Zhang Daqian. So it's a Zhang Youqian, another Zhang Daqian. So yeah, but I failed them because I didn't I'm not a good artist, but become somehow a researcher or scientist.
Well, you are doing great. I when I look
Thanks.
at you, you know, I really feel proud because you represent in a certain way the new Chinese who are very uh, uh, international. You know, from China to Hong Kong to UK back to Hong Kong, and you never, you know, you're only 30 years old, so there's a lot of future for you. Now, having gone through this life of yours, you know, at least in three different places, and also, you know, now you are on top of, you know, the what you're working on, and can you share your, you know, some a word of wisdom, something that you want to, you know, with the people, young people, who is going to come after you, follow after you, you know, who are in China? You have any suggestion for them?
So my personal wisdom, well, I would say that is the curiosity. So be curious about things. That's very important. Perhaps that's because I'm doing some technology related work, and we can say the development is very quick in the last 10 years. Imagine that we only have some simple AI, and now we have the chat GPT, and they can generate the content. So we can say if we don't adapt ourselves to the technology, perhaps that's very difficult for us to catch up with the development of the world. So for the young generation, I would say be curious. That's the one an important thing. There are always something we don't know, and perhaps we never learned it. But now we are living in a better world than 20 or 30 years ago when there's no internet, right? Or the internet is just at the early stage. But now we have so many different contents. If we want to learn something, for example, if we want to learn AI or deep learning, we can just Google it, and there are so many resources we can grab from the internet, and then we can study ourselves. So don't be afraid about new things. We just need to keep curious and learn it step by step, and then that will help. That will not help the personal development, but also you say the personal development will finally convert it to the development of the world or the humankind.
Yeah, that's very true. You know, keep on learning. I keep on learning myself every day.
Mm,
As you may know, you know, you look at all the
mm.
posts that I do every day. But you know, I'm by the way, I'm so happy to be able to speak to you today. You are, you know, such a. I know your technology is probably, you know, way up there, but I, you know, cannot talk about it because of, you know, pattern and you know, the product coming out and so on and so forth. But you know, other than that, you have a good command of the English language. Yeah, incredible. So I mean, the, you know, your combination, uh you know, so good luck to you. And you know, when next time when you start a company, you know, send me a message so I can enjoy. And maybe when you IPO, you know, let me know about it. So anyway, very nice of you to spend time with me today.
Yeah, thank you, Winston, and thank you your interview, and it's very nice to talk to you. And I also want to say thank you to all members in GBX, and I hope everything goes well with you guys. And have a nice day. Thank you.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye.